Welcome back. Well, we have a bit of a surprise video today because I had something else planned, but about an hour ago, a box came in. So we are doing an unboxing. As you can see, I've already opened it, mostly because I think, you watching me play around with a knife on camera is a recipe for disaster. I will slip. I will cut my fingers. There will be blood. There will be screaming. So better I should do that on my own dime. Now, when we come back, we are going to take a look at what's in here because I've opened it, but I haven't peeked yet. See you in a minute. Okay, well, before we open the box, we're going to take 2 minutes and we are going to look at the t-shirts from the Bonfire t-shirt campaign. Very quickly, here we go. Okay, those t-shirts are, it's our little Sue Me logo. It's not hoarding if it's in a pretty box. All proceeds of the t-shirts go to the Repair the Roof of the Schoolhouse Fund. I've kept the prices very low, under $20, because, please, this we're not trying to make a fortune here or anything like that, so I figure more than $20, I'm probably not going to pay that for a t-shirt, and I don't expect you to either. But if you want the t-shirt, you want to help out with the schoolhouse roof, that's how you do it. So on to the goodies. First of all, the box came from Colleen Staver, and she has sent me little goodies in the past, most notably little Tidbit toppers and the finial for an upcoming lamp project, which you will see. So let's start. Air pillows. That's very exciting, by the way. Most of the time I really get worked up about that. It's really delightful. We've got a note. Hi, Sue. I took your suggestion and had cards printed up to include in each shipment. Please unwrap carefully. Lots of little treasures. Well, I definitely appreciate that heads up. And this is a great little card. Really is. I will be sure to include a picture of that when I do the photographing on this. I do that with my shipments. When someone buys something from me on Etsy or on eBay, they do not get a receipt. They get a card, just a little pre-printed card goes in there, and that's it. And people have asked me about that. And the fact is, if somebody wants a receipt, all they have to do is request it. I can email it to them. They can have it in 30 seconds. But I don't include it in the package because on eBay, I sell dolls, expensive dolls that people would just as soon their spouse or significant other not have too much information on. Now, personally, if you ask me, I would say that honesty is the cornerstone of a happy relationship. But my primary relationship is with an attention-seeking cat who wants to be a YouTube star. So what do I know? Hey, if they want to keep that part of their life private from someone else, who am I to interfere? But over the years, I just found too many people saying, please don't put the receipt in the box. I do not want my husband, boyfriend, wife, girlfriend, fill in the blank, to know how much I paid for this doll. And trust me, I can understand why, because dolls can be very expensive, and if you're not a doll collector, you don't get it. And why would I want to cause trouble in an otherwise happy relationship? So, cards, no price tags. All right, now let's get into this. Ooh, more air. I love air pillows. All right. Oh, let's take a look at what this is. Oh, I think I know. Yep. This is a celluloid jewelry box. These were very, very popular around the mid-century, going in through the 60s. It's celluloid. This one has a rooster design on the top. Some of them had rooster designs, some of them had dragons, some of them just had sort of abstract swirl designs. This is an Asian piece. It's very nice, very pretty. Notice the dark celluloid and the light celluloid are two different pieces that have been glued together. So that's how they got that two-tone effect. This is very nice. Now see, if I had opened this up and gone through everything, I would have gone into the bedroom and grabbed my watch box, which is a celluloid case somewhat similar to this, much smaller and far less ornate. But this is a sweet piece, isn't it? Celluloid Jewelry Box. So, I don't know if that's going to be a giveaway. I do collect celluloid. All right. I'm not keeping everything I see. I promise, I swear. I'll share. Whoa. What do we have here? All right. We have what looks like, what are you? I'm not sure what it is. It looks like a fat little monk holding a beehive, but I'm not sure. Let's see if it's got a friend. It does. All right. They are salt and pepper shakers. All right. Here is our little Chinese fellow. And here apparently is the little Chinese wife. And she is holding something that I think is a beehive. This is a cute little set. Very cute. Salt and pepper could very easily be turned into finials or tidbit tray toppers because these holes are just slightly too small. Those are the best ones to turn into toppers because you just go in and open them out just a little tiny bit and you can get a perfect fit for the hardware. Let's get this down. I'm sure we have a photobomb kitty somewhere who will be happy to play with that. Oh, also, please note, Colleen, when she packed this, used painter's tape. Painter's tape is terrific. Peels right off, doesn't damage the bubble wrap, doesn't damage the air pillows, so you can reuse them, which is good for the environment. But also, being able to peel that tape off means that you are not sitting there struggling and pulling at things, potentially breaking something. That happened to me quite recently. I had ordered some, here, actually I have one right here. I had ordered some little teeny tiny spoons because when I get salt and pepper caddies with the mustard pot, a lot of times the spoon is missing or broken. So I ordered, I think it was about 8 of these little spoons. And the seller packed them as if they were supposed to survive Noah's flood. I never saw so much tape in my life. And I would say 10 minutes into the unwrapping project of these little spoons, after I had grabbed my knife and I was cutting through everything, I was ready to tear at my hair. Over Packing, oh, well, not overpacking, but over taping is always a mistake. You want your customers to be able to get their items quickly and easily, because if someone has to fight it out of the bubble wrap, things will get broken. And mind you, at that point, they've only owned the item for about 30 seconds. So they're probably not going to consider the mess their fault. They're probably going to consider it your fault. And that's something you don't want. Oh, my word. Okay, that's something you don't want. Now, see, this is why I usually do this off camera, so that you don't have to listen to me getting distracted. Look at this. This is a beautiful little Victoria's Garden made in China. A little tiny cup and saucer. Oh, she's right. This would be an absolutely terrific tidbit topper. It's just the right size, very pretty. Oh, yeah, that would really, really work. All right, let's see what else we've got. Okay, more paper. Cat's going to be so grateful. He loves paper. Ooh, we have a bigger one here. And it has a friend. We have 2 cups. Very pretty. Nice gold leaf pattern. That is a very nice mid-century pattern. You'll be able to see it better when I take the pictures, and I'm going to show them at the end of the video. Very, very nice pattern. Very durable cups. These are not flimsy little things. These are very substantial little cups. Those are cute. Right. Let's see what else we got. Oh, well, remember our cup? We've got a little coffee pot to go with it. And the coffee pot has a little lid. Look at that. Is that sweet or what? It's the same pattern. It's just very, very nice. All right. All right. Woohoo! Oh, yeah. Japan. Little hanging plate. Little Japanese friend. Again, little hanging plate. Oh, my word. These are adorable. They really are. And they are a nice, tiny size. Colleen had said that she had tidbit trays in mind for pieces like this. And she is so right, because when you get up to the top of the tidbit tray as you're putting it together, before I get distracted, let's see, there's something else. Okay, and here is another one. When you get up to the top of the tidbit tray, you want to get smaller and smaller and lighter pieces. And people have asked me, how many levels would I go? In general, I would go no more than 3. But if I were to add a piece like this, a couple of pieces like this, for example, I might consider going 4, because they are so small. These are just great. They are just terrific. Beautiful little hand-painted Japanese pieces. They've got gilded edges. They are just terrific. Little miniature Japanese plates. We have bigger stuff here now. Now, all right. Wow. Very, Very pretty. Let's see what else. Whoa, my. We got more. These have a mark that I'll have to look up. But right now, my money is on the fact that they are hand-painted Japanese. Oh, all right. See what you say. Copeland, England. Is this beautiful or what? That is a gorgeous, gorgeous plate. And that plate is absolutely going on a Tidbit tray. No two ways around it. In fact, I think I have just the plates in mind that will go with that. These as well. We've got two of these here. Very pretty little plates. As I say, I'm going to have to look up that mark, but my guess is Japanese. Very sweet pieces. And I also have plates that will go with those. So, let's see. I think we are done. So, just get this stuff out carefully because I just assumed the cat not find it and bat it around the floor. Nope. Alrighty. Thank you very much, Colleen. And we actually have a little extra time, so I am going to do a little bit of our project video. Okay, I'm going to clean this all off. I will be right back. So, back to our regularly scheduled programming. What I had planned to do for you, and of course we do in fact have enough time to do this, was to show you how to do one of the more complicated packing jobs you will find when you're selling online. And this is multiple purchases. So how do you deal with it when someone has gotten a number of things from you? And let me start with, this was one of the purchases. So of course, when I listed this on Etsy, my thought was, oh, very tiny. I'm going to get a small box for that. And then, of course, the customer wanted more things. Now, this is always a good thing. You should never discourage this. But it does create some packing issues. For example, we have the two little spoons. These are two Chinese spoons. These are utilitarian pieces. They are actually meant to take hard use. In China, this is everything. This is your knife, it's your fork, it's your spoon, it's your, it's just, it is what it is. It's your multi-purpose eating tool. Yes, dear. Yes, all right. As you can see, Photobomb Kitty has joined us. They are heavy. They're going in the same box with this, which is light, fragile, delicate. Oh, this, by the way, is a Japanese teacup and saucer. So, yes, I love you, and you can stay right there. It's fine with me. Then we have this, which is there we go. Now they're all showing front. This is a salt, pepper, and mustard pot caddy. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 separate pieces, all of which have to be wrapped separately because we have the lid, we have the spoon, we have the salt and pepper, we have the caddy. We have a little Chinese coffee pot as well. This, by the way, is what they call the 1,000 flower pattern. And the French call the same pattern mille fleurs. But even though the French actually gave the names to most of the Chinese patterns of China, like rose medallion, famille rose, famille vert, whatever, it's all French. For some reason, this did not go over to mille fleurs. It just stayed with the sort of English 1,000 flowers. Interesting. Not sure why. And then we have a heavy stoneware planter. Now, obviously, the consideration with all of this is we do not want that planter rocketing around in the box against our delicate little teacup. So everything has to be packed very carefully. And what we're going to do is pack in bundles. Yes, dear. So let's start off with the tiny, delicate things. And this is where our small bubble wrap comes in. And we're going to start with our teacup. And teacup. And we're just going to fold over, fold over, fold over until we get to this one last flap that's just going to come straight over. I'm going to hold that in place, get my tape. And actually, I'm going to put this down and get my tape started again. I use Easy Start tape. Yes, even though it took me a while, this really is Easy Start tape. The reason for that is like that painter's tape, that blue tape that Colleen used, this is a quick release tape. So there is our teacup. It's now in a fairly secure little bundle. And yes, it looks just like bubble wrap is crammed around it because in fact, that's really what's happened. So let's grab some more. And same thing. We're just going to wrap one corner over and then one corner over, go back and secure that corner down. Oh, and let me get this off and I'll show you. When I'm wrapping a lot of stuff, and I don't usually show people this because people think it's strange. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I've got all the tape I'm going to need. Yes, I know, weird, but it really works. And where I picked this up from was my local pharmacy, where the pharmacy clerks have to scan their own codes into the computer system every time they do anything. Because, of course, we're talking about controlled substances. So what do? They stick the sticker with their barcode on it right on their hand and scan it. And I thought to myself, whoa, that's about as clever as it comes. I'm going to start doing that. So let's move on to our spoons. They are here. This is how we do 2 items that are similar when we're wrapping them together. One flap over, and then you pop the other one in. We're just going to move these little tails over. And now we have this all wrapped up in a nice, neat little package. I pulled the tape off my hand. We're good to go. And by the way, you can see how fast and easy that made it. So next we have our little salt and pepper shakers and their caddy. So, by the way, usually I do this standing up, but we're doing this the same way we did the spoons. Wrap one flap over, and then we're going to take this and pop it in, head to foot, foot to head. And now, again, we have our neat little package of stuff. Everything has been put together with a single piece of quick release tape. When this goes to its new owner, she is not going to have any trouble getting this undone. All she has to do is feel around, find the tape, because you can tell easily with your fingers. Well, she's sighted. I'm sure she can tell with her eyes. I can't. And then just pick it up and it's gone. So that works out very well. Now, at this point, we are still using the small pieces of bubble wrap. We have bubble wrap in 2 sizes. This one, same thing. We're just folding it over. We do it on the diagonal. And the reason we do it on the diagonal is because it's much easier to wrap things up in a package when we do it like this. And that's what we want. We want a nice independent little package. Now, we have the lid to the mustard caddy. We have a little spoon. And actually, no, we're just going to do those 2 together because I'm going to show you how to do the, I'm going to show you how to do the coffee pot lid separately. So this one, yeah, we're going to use a lot of wrap on this for 2 very tiny pieces, but sometimes that happens. Here's our last little bit of tape. Here's our little package. This. Let's see if we have, we do. This is a double piece of bubble wrap. The other pieces of bubble wrap that I pulled up, I pre-cut. These are all scored at 1 foot intervals, and the bubble wrap itself is a foot wide. So if you cut it along the score mark, you end up with a piece that's 1 foot by 1 foot. Very useful size. Whenever I get a roll of bubble wrap, and here's the roll, in this case, it's not very easy on this roll to tear it off. Usually when I get it at Walmart, I can tear it off very easily. This one I had to cut. So next time I'm going to go back to Walmart. But what I do is I will just sit there and cut off a few dozen pieces. Makes it very easy to just pick them up off a pile. Here we go. Next piece. Lid comes off. We're not going to do this on the diagonal, and here's why. Here's the top of our coffee pot, and here is our lid. Just going to shove that right in there. We're going to do it upside down because here, we have that little finial. We want to protect that. So that's going into the coffee pot, and our coffee pot is just getting wrapped up like this. Now, once again, we've got our tape. We're sticking it all over ourselves. By the way, if you have kids handy, stick the tape on them. If you have kids, they usually don't mind. Just say, come here, let mommy stick tape on you. Now, that down. And we're coming over for one more. Okay, all of our little pieces are wrapped. Now we have this one. And this one is a larger piece. And so we are going to use, let's see what sizes we've got here. Okay, this looks pretty good. Okay, this is a double piece of the larger bubble wrap. Great thing about this is it sort of clings like saran wrap. Here's another piece. See these open ends? When I wrapped it, the original pieces were coming up like this. We're going to turn it half a turn and bring it up like this. Now it's all wrapped, and card. Remember, we put a card in everything. Card right there. Now let's see how much we can stuff into the inside of this. piece of heavy bubble wrap. We're just going to cram that in there. And I think what we're going to do is stick our delicate little teacup in there. All right. Sweetheart, what are you doing? Now our little teacup is protected. And that was good because that was the most delicate piece we have. And the cat is in the box. Can I have that back, please? Please, please. Okay, here is our box. Here is more of our heavy bubble wrap. We are just going to lay that into the bottom of the box. We're going to grab another piece and lay it in the other way. As you can see, it's coming up on all the sides too. We've got 2 layers on the bottom, rolling right up the sides. And in goes our planter in one corner. Now, set this down and hope the cat doesn't go back into it. We are going to need another piece of double wide bubble wrap. So, for this, and we are just going to wrap this around and we're going to tape it off on the top and the bottom. Now, I'm sure you're saying to yourself, oh my goodness, this looks so sloppy. It does. But the truth is, there's nothing wrong with sloppy. What we want is we want the item completely covered. So, this is going in the box. Now we've got the rest of our little bits and pieces here. And I'm going to start wrapping some of these together. And they are just being wrapped in the heavier bubble wrap, because at this point all we want to do is give them some extra cushioning. So there. And let's get you done here. Into the box. Oh, by the way, I just dropped that in. At this point, these things are so well protected, I really can just drop them. Now, frankly, I wouldn't suggest you drop them from a 6-foot height, but in we go. And we need I find it so much more convenient when these things come on nice rolls that you can just tear. All right, now these were our Chinese spoons. They're going to get wrapped up. Now, as you can see, everything is wrapped within an inch of its life, but we probably haven't used more than 2 or 3 pieces of tape, and they've been small ones, for each item. And as I say, the new owner is going to thank us for that when she has to pile this stuff out of the box, and she would like to do it without creating any mess or damage. So, let's get this box up here now. Now, this is what our box looks like at this point. Things are just shoved in here in the old witch way. So, what we're going to do now is organize them a little. We want to make sure everything has its own corner that everything is safe and secure in the box. Most importantly, that the box lid will close over it. So, we get the largest items in first. In this case, it's going to be, get these out so you can see, it's the coffee pot and the planter. We've got the coffee pot nestled right in here. We've got the planter here. Now we can start popping the other items in. And keep in mind, everything is really well wrapped, well packed, so we don't have to worry too much about what's going on here. Now, the rest of this is air pillows. I love air pillows. Air pillows are great. You can use them to fill voids of all sizes, and they weigh nothing. They will contribute virtually no weight to this package. So let's see what we're looking at now. I want an air pillow over there in that corner. Oh, I'm sorry. Here. When I held that down, I went over here, and I'm not getting any pushback from the box. I want this box to be fighting for its miserable life. Okay, so when I push down, this thing had better be pushing back. If it's not pushing back, I'm going to stick something else into it. And we're good. Okay, so I do not believe in a great deal of tape on the inside of the package. But on the outside, I want you to tape your boxes within an inch of their pathetic little lives. Tape them like tape is going right out of style. What we are doing here is we've got that box full to capacity. Every square inch is full of something, either our well-wrapped items or our air pillows. That's our best assurance against breakage. And the tape, as you notice, goes all the way around the box in one unbroken line. The tape is actually quite strong, but you want it to go all the way around, because if it goes all the way around, it acts like it's being tied with twine. This will hold very, very nicely. So that is my quick and easy how to pack multiple items in shipping. You start with the largest, heaviest items going into the box. I put them in opposite corners. Then you just stuff everything else in. By then, everything has been wrapped. First with our very lightweight bubble wrap, and then second time around, it's with this. It's with heavier bubble wrap. This stuff is sturdy, so that you really can force it in. You won't be breaking your items, but you will be forcing that bubble wrap to fill all of the voids. Now, in the interest of full disclosure, this holiday season, I had 3 packages that were damaged in transit. 3. That's like an all-time record for me. So I spoke with my mail carrier. She said damages were unusually high this year. There are a lot of explanations for it, including the fact that during the Christmas holidays and then going right into, say, the 3rd week of January, the post office often hires temporary employees. They are short-staffed. We all understand why. We know what it's like to do mailing at Christmas time. So you have inexperienced people, you have people who are rushed, people who are harried. Nevertheless, this is what happens. So always be mindful. As I say, I have 3 packages. And there have been times when I've gone 5-6 years without having a single damaged item. So be cautious. It's not the way it used to be. You know, things are getting harder and harder. That includes postal service. Not everybody has a mail carrier as wonderful as I do. And in fact, I have to put a note on my Etsy shop because my mail carrier is going away the first week of March, which means people might not get next day's shipping, because if I do not like whoever shows up at my door, they are not getting those packages. I've been very spoiled by Jessie, so it's going to have to be somebody I know and I can rely on, because I am used to superior mail service and I'm not settling for anything less. All right, so here was our packing. I have a feeling this video has gone a little long. Sorry about that. What can I say? We still have photographs of everything that Colleen sent, and I'm showing you the t-shirts again. By the way, the reason that I'm doing this is this is a limited time campaign. This is, yes, baby, this is going for 3 weeks, and when it's done, it's done. So do you want to say hi? And before we go, we still have 2 giveaway winners we need to hear from. Yes, I love you too. Hope Walker, you need to claim your Parrot Tulip bowl, and ShinyShinyThings, you need to claim the little cup and saucer, the rose medallion pieces up here. Unfortunately, if I do not hear from Hope and ShinyShinyThings this week, Photobomb Kitty is going to go right back on the computer. He's going to pick out some new giveaway winners. This was something we had already decided. We could go 2 weeks, but going longer is unfair to the other people who really wanted the giveaways and are saying, gee, if it were me, I swear I would have claimed it. So this week, that's it. If I do not hear from you, we roll around to next weekend, and I'm going to be announcing new winners. All right, pictures first from the things that Colleen sent. Second, the t-shirt giveaway. I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you for your patience with this overlong video.